Laquita. Thank you. So, Quan's in the building.
What's up, people?
So tonight's topic is how to detox your life from negativity.
Yes.
And you want to start now? We might as well get into it.
Might as well.
So yeah, tonight's topic is how to detox your life from negativity.
Yes.
And we just wanted to share this topic.
Absolutely.
Because it's just something that everybody experiences,
right.
Like negativity.
Exactly. What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. This is what, our sixth one?
This is our sixth live.
Our sixth live, and we appreciate all you guys for tuning in.
And all the positive feedback.
Exactly. We really appreciate
guys
it.
sharing the video, that means a lot to us because,
right.
you know, every little message can help someone.
Absolutely, and we're just trying to speak life into you guys' life, you know what I mean, and just kind of encourage you all, you know, to keep going, keep pushing, and, you know, keep shining light.
Yeah, empower you to like live your best life.
Right.
And abandon your fears.
Exactly.
You never know how far you can get.
So true. So true. But for those who don't know us.
Well, I'm Marisol.
And I'm Quan Grant, and I am a singer and a songwriter. And my artistry has always been about giving back. And using my platform to shine light on issues and topics and things that are bigger than myself, and hoping to inspire other people to do the same. And in 2016, I did my first charity gala, and that was in honor of my mom, who I lost, I think 11 years ago. And we partnered with the Liver Foundation to kind of raise awareness to those that are battling liver disease, and we raised money, and it was a success. Now every other year is something that I do to kind of help others that are dealing with any type of issue, and it doesn't have to be liver disease. We just try to, you know, make an impact in the lives of others in honor of my mom. So if she was here, it's something she would do.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
You guys should make sure you tune into that.
Yeah, it's 2018,
August.
August.
Year.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a music creative as well, and you know, going through this path of just like starting my own little company,
right.
And you know, working in research at Yale, and being able to just have this platform is very important. I just want to empower people to live their dreams,
right.
And abandon their fears and break free, you know, because there's so much more to your life than just being mediocre and just settling for safe and comfortability. So that's the message I want to bring out here, is just empowering you to be the creator of your own life.
Absolutely. That's what's up.
Yeah. So 2018 is coming, guys. Are you guys getting prepared to like reset?
Right.
And like go into the new year strong.
Right.
You know, if you didn't start a business, are you going to start a business?
Right.
Like, what are you going to do?
Things you gave up on, you're going to go back at it again. It's never too late, you know, to try again. Because now you have another chance to do it bigger and better.
Every time.
So it's never too late, no matter how old you are. It's okay to go back at it again and pick it back up, that old dream that you once had. Yeah, now is the time, not later. Now.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, EQ.
I saw my grandmother,
Cross,
Joanne,
my sister LaShonda,
Dolores, Teef. I don't know if you guys are still on. Shy. What's
yes.
up?
So glad to
share
enter
this
2018. You got to restart that business, definitely.
Yeah.
So today we're just going to talk about how to get rid of the toxicity. That's a tongue twister.
Right.
Because we know, like, having toxicity in your life hinders your growth, hinders you from doing all those things that you want to do, right? So what are some things that we have to, detox ourselves from?
Right. People. Negative people. Negative things. Negative places.
Negative places.
That's a big one.
Negative news.
Right.
Like the news.
Social media sometimes can be super negative. If you're following people that's always posting things and about complaining or negativity, you might want to unfollow them.
You want to unfollow them.
Right.
Definitely.
Oh, Tabitha. Look, Tabitha.
Hey, Tabitha! Guys, if you just came on, Jay, welcome. Tabitha, welcome. Share this with your friends. Share this and stay on it and engage with us and talk.
Exactly. Talk to us. We love it when you guys talk back because we could kind of bounce off you guys' energy and we could kind of answer some questions, or maybe you have a response or something that we can kind of...
Negative thoughts, yep.
Yeah.
And TV, definitely.
Absolutely. Tabitha.
Those are all big,
Yep.
big things. Hey, Mom.
Yeah,
a lot of more people joining.
Right.
Invite your friends and share this.
Exactly.
So yeah, we were just talking about, what are some things you could detox from. So we went over negative people, negative news, social media, conversations,
Right.
negative thinking,
Yeah.
TV,
Negative thinking
places.
is a big one.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's get into it. Quan, I'm all about gaining perspective on a situation.
Oh my God, Ty, why are you making me laugh like that up here, man?
And Laquita says we
That's
need
an
to.
insider.
It's an inside. I can tell.
Yes, she's crazy.
Laquita says we need to retrain our brains to think more positivity.
That's true.
And speak into existence.
Absolutely. Right. And taking control over our space, you know what I mean? What's up, Brittany? I think that's our job as managers of our lives, you know what I mean?
Let me just turn this music down a little bit.
Sure. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys can, share this with whoever. We just want to spread some positivity and speak some powerful pointers that might help your life going into this new year.
Yes.
Yes. So we're talking about detoxing from negativity. The first point that we want to get into is you have to know you're worth it.
Exactly.
You're worth achieving your goals. You're worth even evolving and changing into that person that you want to be. So it starts there.
Yeah. Knowing your worth. Knowing how valuable you are.
Right.
Committing to that. Right? Committing to yourself.
Right.
And knowing exactly what you want to achieve in your life.
Exactly.
Because knowing you're worth it changes a lot of things. Changes your perspective.
Yeah. Like Tabitha said.
You gotta tell us the insider.
Right.
So you just have to commit, make a decision.
Right. And also getting rid of the negativity. It helps you get to your goals and your dreams faster. Because negativity does nothing but kind of slow the pace and slow you down, and it drains you, and it stops you from being your best self. So yeah, you definitely want to let that go.
Exactly.
And know that you're worth it. You're worth, like I said, achieving your goals and being the person that you really feel and believe that you want to be in life. And who God is calling you to be. You have to know that you're worth it. And when you realize that you're worth it, you'll let go of anything that comes in between, you being your best self. So it starts there. You are worth it.
You are definitely worth it. Thanks for tuning in, Brenda and Nadia. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
So the first point, to start detoxing your life, we're saying that you have to know you're worth it.
Right.
Getting rid of all the negativity, right?
Yep.
And that gets you there faster to whatever destination you're trying to reach.
Right.
Making a commitment, making a decision.
Yep.
Because decisions, we talked about that. Making a decision is sometimes difficult for people to do.
It is. But you have to value yourself enough to know that you're going to make a decision that's, a hard decision, but it's a good decision and it's worth it.
Ultimately, it's going to change your life.
Exactly.
That decision, right?
Exactly.
So
also, you want to recognize the effects of
the side effects of having
effects.
Negative people in your life,
right.
Like pointing that out.
Is it stressing you? Is it draining you? Is it hindering you from being your best self? Is it causing you to feel defeated? Recognize those things.
Yeah, definitely. Write it down on a paper if you can't come up with the points yourself, so you can put some perspective or clarity to how there's so much negativity in your life or what it is that's negative, and start to mark it down and be like, wow, this is why I'm not really reaching my goals or growing, and valuing myself.
Right. So recognize those side effects and what else?
Recognizing the side effects and just continue to move forward in that direction.
Right. Absolutely.
Keeping a good pace.
Exactly.
What are some things you guys need to detox from? Just put a couple words up there. What are some things that are negative in your life that you want to let go of before 2018? I thought you were okay.
Nah.
Come on, people.
Exactly. Talk back. I know you guys.
Say something. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. They don't type that fast.
Right. We gotta wait.
All right. So while you guys are trying to figure out the things that you want to detox from, LaShonda says, Cynthia says negativity. LaShonda says carbs.
Right.
Trans and trans fat. Nadia says negative thoughts. Yes.
That's a good one.
Laquita said, Tabitha says negative relationships from people in general, not just romantic.
On. Exactly.
And Laquita says
Tab's
bad
jumping ahead.
friendships.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Tabs are not just romantic. It could be anyone from your friends to your family to your boyfriend to your girlfriend.
Anybody or anything that's not helping you grow.
You got to let it go.
You got to let it go.
It's for your own good.
Go.
Hey,
Got to let it go.
hey. There was another point I wanted to make. So we said recognize the side effects of negativity, and then you also have to realize or determine how bad do you want it.
Yes,
you know
how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want to achieve your goals and your dreams and your visions that you have? Because if you want it bad enough, you're going to do the necessary things or take the necessary steps to kind of, make that happen. And one of the steps might be letting people go. That's definitely one of it, one of the steps. Letting negativity go. Not just people, but negative people and toxic people, because that's not going to do anything but hinder you from actually obtaining your dreams.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I love that point. And Laquita says detox for your spiritual health.
That's true.
Welcome, Stephanie.
That's so true. Yeah.
Detoxing for your spiritual health.
Yeah, because when you're clouded with negativity, sometimes you can't even hear from God because your mind is so clouded with negativity. So you definitely have to detox for your own spiritual health. Absolutely. I agree.
And I like what Nadia says about the negative thoughts. Like, that's a huge one. That really, really hinders your growth because oftentimes you're thinking so less of yourself.
Right.
And that's why we're saying you have to know you're worth it.
Yeah.
And knowing you're worth it will start to change your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta start thinking more positive towards yourself.
That's true.
Speaking, good, powerful things over your life and over
Right.
yourself. Like looking in the mirror, doing affirmations, and just giving yourself a new language, to speak to yourself.
That's true. That is
and that
true.
way your thoughts will start to change because you're valuing you more, and you will have less of those thoughts.
And it's not always about what people are saying about you. Sometimes we
say those things about ourselves.
Our own selves, so we hinder our own selves. So yes, definitely want to change your way of thinking in your mind. You know what I mean? And start seeing yourself the way God sees you, and
as beautiful.
exactly,
you're a goddess,
forgiven, and all that, loved. Yes, start there.
Start there.
Start in the mind. But the good thing is when you recognize that you are going through in your mind or you are being negative in your mind, that's a good start because at least you recognize it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you can take the necessary steps. And I like what you said about just kind of changing your way of thinking, because now that you're coming into a new place, or you want to go into a new place, your mind has to be new too.
Yeah, you gotta renew it.
Gotta,
I love that.
Well,
the renewal of the mind.
Yes.
You gotta renew that thing.
Let God do that, and then you just continue to kind of focus on those things that are positive, because negativity is only going to tear you back down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Focus on the good things.
So not so much about, not only what negative people are saying, but we got to be conscious of what we're saying about ourselves as well.
That's the big piece.
Want to go to the next point?
You're welcome. Yes. All right. The next point is identifying what's toxic. So we kind of covered this a little bit.
Yeah.
But once you identify the negative things or the toxic things in your life,
right.
You will start to realize what you have to actually change or
right.
get rid of.
Exactly.
Whether it's a bad relationship, a horrible friendship, a family member that's driving you insane and making you feel like you're less than anything.
Right.
And whether it's just people that you just met, acquaintances,
So true.
anything. you got to start to identify what's negative. Your eating habits, like LaShonda says, she wants to, get rid of those carbs and fat and all that stuff.
Right.
Eating all those things that are toxic to our body. Because what we consume ultimately affects our mind.
Absolutely.
And everything. So
that's true.
Identify it.
Yeah, and also identify the toxic people in your life. I said last week that there's two types of people. There's the vampire people that like to suck the life out of you, that are negative, that are gossiping, filling your head with lies or draining you, and transferring bad energy to you. Those are the people that you want to cut off and you want to get rid of, because they're not going to do nothing but slow your process and leave you feeling defeated. And then there's the people that encourage you, that push you, that believe in you, that want to see you do well, that love you, and that pushes you and challenges you to be your best self. Those are the people that you want to keep in your life. So I think you need to identify what type of people do you have in your life.
I like what you said. Yeah. Just comparing the two and showing, are they helping you grow, or are they hindering you?
Are they hindering you? Are they, causing you to be,
less than your best self?
Exactly. And you want to let it go.
Yeah. Laquita says, when being around certain people or places that just wear you out, then you know it's time to make a change.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Your spirit knows.
Yes.
Your spirit knows. It's like, I got bad vibes from this person. Right. Or when I say something that I achieved around this person, they kind of knock it down.
Exactly.
They make me feel like I didn't really achieve anything.
Right.
And they don't make me feel good about myself.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be able to share things like that with people who are just going to make you feel like you didn't really achieve anything and that you're not good enough. Yeah.
And when you recognize those type of behaviors, those type of atmospheres, then it's our time. That's your opportunity to kind of change your space, you know what I mean, and protect your peace, you know what I mean. If you feel uncomfortable somewhere or someone's not respecting you, then it's time to go.
Curb.
Yeah, it's time to go. Like you deserve more than that. You know what I mean? And you have to realize that within yourself, and that goes back to knowing you're worth it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Knowing you're worth it.
Yeah.
And identifying those things.
Right. And then once you identify it, you let it go.
You let it go.
Which is our third point.
Yep. Our third point is letting it go. So people always wonder, like, well, how do I let it go? This person means so much to me. Or how do I let them go? That's my family member. Or how do I let them go? That's my best friend. We've been friends for like 10 years. It's like,
Right. And like, how do I let it go? You let it go, and you don't owe anyone an explanation.
No.
An explanation.
Your tongue just fell out.
You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You know what I mean? You have to take charge of your life and your space and do what you got to do to make you happy. Like I said earlier, you got to be your best friend, and sometimes you have to be selfish in this situation because this is for your well-being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if it means letting go of a close friend, a family member, you just have to do that for your well-being. And I was telling Marisol earlier, you do it in love. You don't just let them go and, you have all this bitterness in your heart or this anger, you know what I mean? But you let them go and you send them off with a prayer and with love, you know what I mean? And you do what you got to do and for yourself. And if they love you enough and respect you enough, they will come back.
Yeah, and sometimes
at the right time, and if they don't,
they may not come back.
It's okay,
and it's okay.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you don't have any type of bitterness in your heart.
Yes, exactly. Laquita says you also have to be strong enough and care enough about yourself because at the end of the day, it's your life.
Word.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
And Nadia says I've learned it's okay to let go little by little. Right.
Yeah.
Little by little.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it takes. In my own case, like with someone, I just remember being around this person. I can feel like they had really bad vibes.
Right.
And it seemed like I was just supporting them only.
One-sided.
And they weren't really supporting me in return. So it was like, one-sided relationship where you're pouring so much into someone and they're just taking.
Yeah.
And, like Nadia says, sometimes you have to just wean yourself out of situations until you build up that strength to finally let go. For some people, it's not like I could just go. Right. It's hard for some people.
Yeah, because sometimes you can't avoid negativity. You know what I mean? Like if it's on your job, You know, you still have to go to work. You
still
can't just
have to
like
go to
quit the
work.
job. You know, but you don't have to go to every party. You know, every dinner party. You don't have to go to every family function if it's a family situation going on. Whatever you have to do to kind of protect your peace, you know what I mean? You do that and you start there.
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
If it's a situation where you can, you know, let go completely, then you do that. But if you can't, you just, like you said,
little by little. Don't answer phone calls.
Exactly.
Don't return text messages.
Exactly.
You know, if you see them in public, you know, sometimes you can just turn around and walk the other way. You don't have to feel guilty or feel bad for doing things like that, because you are worth it. Hi, Freddie. Hi, everybody, for coming in. Brian, thanks for joining us. And we're just going over how to detox your life from negativity. So, yeah, I think that's really valuable in there.
And don't feel guilty is our next point.
Yeah, don't feel guilty. Definitely. I just kind of touched on it, but don't feel guilty.
Right.
Oh, I have this problem like with a family member, and you go through stuff sometimes with your family. Yeah. We all love our family. We're all grateful for our family. Hi, guys. Could you share this? Share this message. We all go through stuff with our family.
Right.
But sometimes you have those certain family members that are not, they're just not open to change. So they're not open to growth.
Right.
And that's okay if they're not, but when you're around them in their space, you want to feel respected and not degraded.
Exactly.
It's like when you're intentionally trying to make someone feel less than they are or make them feel like they're someone else.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you could be yourself and be your little bubble and be yourself. But now when you're intentionally hurting someone, you can remove yourself and not feel guilty about it, because what are you going to do?
Right.
Like, you know, you're going to continue to be a doormat and a target and allow yourself to go more and more and more down the drain and feeling depressed, and now you have more negative thoughts because you're believing what this person is saying about you, and you're not getting closer to your dreams.
Nah. And you know, sometimes family think, or people think, like, because it's family that, you know, that's your family, you gotta love them and you need them in your life and you're supposed to go to every family function and you're supposed to do this and do that because you're family, which is true, you know what I mean? You should love your family, you should be supportive, but like you were saying, if they're like not treating you how you feel like you deserve to be treated, then you got to do what you got to do. You got to love them from a distance sometimes. And sometimes family members are the worst ones. Why? Because they know your weakness. They know your boiling points, and sometimes they try to use that to their advantage to try to bring you down. You know what I mean? And that's not acceptable just because they're family.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can treat them like that because I know they'll come back around or they'll get over it the next day, or, you know what I mean? Nah.
That's not cool at all.
Nah, no matter who it's coming from, whether it's, like we were saying earlier, boyfriend, girlfriend, cousin, sister, brother, whoever it is, you deserve respect. You know what I mean? And they need to do that.
They need to respect you.
They need to respect you. Seriously. If not, you gotta go. And you can't feel bad for it. You know, it's for your well-being, and this is so you can go after your dreams and live the life that you feel that you want to live.
Exactly.
You know?
And you can't do that with
holding on to people.
Oh my God, I thought I just saw a ghost.
Really?
That was you, your reflection.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I thought I saw a ghost like run by or something.
Oh my God.
Sorry. No, but
you know what?
No, but that's really true, because we always get sensitive when it comes to people we love.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh my God, this is my aunt, or this is my cousin, or this is my grandmother.
Right.
And it's like I can't not come around my grandmother, or I can't come around my mom or my father, or whatever. But sometimes you have to take that distance until that person grows a little bit, or sees or acknowledges, you know, what they're doing.
Right.
And if they can't acknowledge it, you know.
When you start to value yourself and you start to respect yourself, that's when I think other people will start to respect you too.
They won't mess with you.
Exactly. You got to respect yourself first, and you got to demand that from other people as well, no matter who it's from. So
yeah, at some point you'll build enough courage and strength and self-love that when you do, when you are around people like that, it's not going to affect you. And they're going to know, like, I can't mess with him or I can't mess with her, you know, because it's not going to work anymore. Their little tactics are not going to work anymore. Laquita says sometimes it's your family that is the least understanding. And that's true. Sometimes you want your family to be more understanding of what you're going through or how you feel or whatever, but sometimes they're just...
That's just not what it is sometimes. You know, you got to pray and ask God to send the right people. And He will connect you with people that will understand you, your dreams, that will have the same core values that you have. And you guys will be a power team.
A power team. Exactly.
Yeah. You know, people always think it's, you know, it's going to come from family or it's going to come a certain way. Like, sometimes it's not, it doesn't come from where we think it should come from.
No.
You know what I mean? But the more you respect yourself, like I said before, like, I think people will start to respect you even more. You know? And
you should definitely not depend on others. Because, you know, we talked about those codependency relationships.
Right, I was just about to say that. Good time. Good timing. Because I was going to say some people are afraid to let people go. You know what I mean? Because they feel like they need them. So. And
they're not worth it without them, or they're not enough without that person, or without that person's opinion, or about, you know, whatever they have to say.
That's true.
And sometimes their opinions aren't always the right opinion or the right feedback that you need to hear. It's just keeping you in that place of not growing, because you really need to step outside of that. And recognize your real true worth. And what the power that you possess.
And like, what type of friendship are you even? What type of foundation are you even building the friendship on? Like you were saying, is it out of wounded neediness, or recognize what it is? Because they might not even be your friends. I know sometimes I learned to stop throwing that friend word around. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we have these high expectations for the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my friend from work. No, that's not your friend. That's your coworker.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And you know, my friend from work was treating me bad. No, that's not your friend. You know, you have these expectations for people that aren't even your friend. You know, like, friends they make sacrifices. They love you. They give, and sometimes we expect these things from the wrong people. So recognize who's your friend and who's not your friend, and start there.
Start there. I love that. You got to recognize that, because I had that issue. I'm like, everybody was my friend.
Right, you just want to love everyone.
Yeah, and then
everyone
at the end of the day,
barbecue.
when you realize, like, oh my God, you weren't my friend, and you're like in this big shock stage, like, oh my God, I'm feeling hurt and feeling sorry for yourself.
Right. Because when you're like we're like so loving, and we want to be friends with everyone. Even sometimes now it's hard for me, like, even the people that I had to let go, like, sometimes I just want to be like, oh, like, maybe I should try to reach back out to them. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't know. With me, I just want to be friends with everyone. You know what I mean? I think it takes more energy to not be friends with someone, to avoid them and not speak to them. Blah, blah, blah. I just rather be cool.
You want to be on good terms with people.
Right.
But sometimes they don't want to be on good terms with you.
That's so true. And when they don't share those same values, like, you got to let it go. You know, when they don't respect you, or, like, they're not adding to your life, they're subtracting to your life, like, nah, you got to let it go.
And sometimes the most giving and loving and caring and nurturing folks, they always are the ones who are going to be mistreated the most, misunderstood the most, you know, taken advantage of the most. So that's why you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your space. You have to protect your mind, and not give in to being that way all the time with everyone. Right.
And sometimes we want to, like, I don't know, just kind of pull them along, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just hope that they're going to change. But their changing process may not be as quick as yours, or, like, maybe they're not on the same level. Maybe they're not even thinking the same way that you're thinking right now. You know what I mean? And you just got to let it go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be understanding. Yeah, sometimes you have to be understanding of that. And a lot of times, I was telling Juan earlier, like, we have to take responsibility for our own actions. We can't always play victim and think, oh my God, I was so nice to this person and they did this to me and da-da-da-da. And it's like, you have to recognize, like, you know, what's going on. Like, how are you enabling this relationship?
So true.
Are you being codependent? Like, what are you doing?
Good point.
So you got to look at yourself sometimes. And it's not always the other person. It's your actions. yeah, you're kind, but you know, you got to learn how to set some boundaries.
Exactly.
To know, like, this is
Right.
the end of that.
Like, and it's okay for me to say no.
It's okay to say no.
I don't have to feel bad for saying no. Like,
you don't have to feel bad.
I don't have to
at
do
all.
anything I don't want to do. So that's a good point. Someone said something.
Robert said, "What if you are that person that is toxic?" Of course, not in those words.
That's true. Sometimes you gotta self-reflect.
You have to self-reflect, because
Yeah.
sometimes you might be pointing at everybody else, and
That's
you're
right,
the
and
you're
it's
the
you.
most toxic person in the room.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say earlier. Just like, we're not saying just like cut off everyone. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you want to cut off people because maybe they said something to you and you didn't like it, but maybe it was the truth and you needed to hear it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's true. Hey Dana, thanks for joining. He said, great message. And Shonda says, from victim to volunteer. That's true.
Yeah.
From victim to volunteer.
That's true.
It's like you gotta know yourself. Start paying attention to your patterns, your behavior, your habits,
Right.
and knowing where you can grow and change and alter that. And
Yeah.
start attracting those relationships that are more conducive to your future.
Right.
Being more positive.
Yeah. And you can't, like we were saying before, you can't be responsible for everyone else. You could really only be responsible for yourself. So,
Exactly.
I know there was times when I recognized things about myself that I didn't like. You know what I mean? And I had to work on myself. And once I worked on myself, then I realized what type of people I want in my life. You know what I mean? I don't want people that are doing some of the things that I used to do. You know what I mean? Some of my toxic behaviors. You know what I mean? So once you work on yourself, you have a better idea of what type of people you want in your life.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Don. Yes, we're going to go over to the next point, which is bringing in the positivity. So, yeah. How do you bring in positivity? Like, what are some things you could do that can make your life more positive?
Yeah.
And we already went over, just recognizing your worth. And once you do all of that, you're going to start to recognize, like, oh, I'm thinking better about myself.
Right.
I'm seeking more positivity in my life. So you'll start to seek it. Because I know that happened for me. When I was in negative situations, in meditations, definitely. I was in negative situations, and I got that self-awareness, how I was acting in relationships.
You're not even my friend for disorder.
How I was acting in relationships, and how I was having so many codependency friendships and relationships. And I started to recognize that, and I wanted to change it because I recognized that about myself. I learned that about myself, my own patterns, my own behaviors, and I say, you know what? I don't want to live like this anymore.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just got to get tired of being in the same situation and living the same lies over and over and over again. Yeah, yoga, changing your environment, close your circle.
That's
Definitely,
true.
Laquita, thank you so much for those points.
Yep.
So it's like you got to want that change. You got to want it to happen. Make a decision, like, in your life, and start bringing that positivity in.
Yeah, and know what you want in life. Once you realize what you want, what does your life look like? You know what I mean? What does your circle of friends look like? She was also saying your environment. What does your environment look like? You know what I mean? You have the power to create those spaces in your life. You know what I mean? You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to go everywhere. You don't have to be friends with everyone. But, bring on, if you want positivity in your life, you got to connect with positive people. You got to go to positive places. You got to turn off the negativity. You have to stop doing negative things, or, you know what I mean? So once you figure out what you want, I think, and go after them, I believe positivity will definitely come in your life.
Create new habits.
Yeah.
Create new positive habits.
Absolutely.
Habits. Keisha says, be positive. You'll receive positivity.
Absolutely.
No matter what, just make it a part of your being, and it will attract more positivity.
I agree.
Exactly.
I feel that, like, 100%. And I feel like that's the place I'm in now. And it feels good when you let go of people, places, and things that are negative. You know what I mean? Like, you don't wake up thinking about the same things you normally would think about. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people could be so negative that you rehearse these things. You know what I mean? It kind of take the life out of you.
Exactly.
So Yes.
Your thinking will change. You start to look at yourself differently.
Right.
I remember one day I looked at myself in the mirror. I didn't even recognize who I was because it was all about perspective. Like what I was telling myself for years, it just wasn't true. It wasn't healthy. It was all negative. It was a distorted image that I was believing, a distorted, image of myself. And once you see yourself and you fall in love with that person, and you feel good about that person, you will definitely start to attract that because you're going to exude all that energy around you.
So true.
And people are going to recognize that because you're going to be like a beaming light, you know?
Right.
Like a light just blinding everybody when you walk down the street.
Right.
And they're just going to be like, what is it about that person? And they're not going to know because, it's just something in the spirit that you're going to start to attract.
Right. If you're broken, you're going to attract, like, maybe broken people. And, you know what I mean?
Broken attracts broken, right?
But once you're healed, I believe you'll attract other healed people, and other good energy and spaces, in your life. So something to look forward to.
It definitely is.
But it got to start with ourselves. Take responsibility for our lives. Know that we're worth it, and take it one day at a time. And and you don't have to wait forever and ever. You can start right now.
Start right now.
To start detoxing from negativity. So what is our week going to look like, the rest of our week?
Our week? Oh, my week? I know
or
my
just
week
in
is
general.
going to be good.
Right. That's the type of energy
that
we have to put out there. From the moment we wake up, start speaking positivity. And go from there.
What is this? This is Addie Bar. It's so true. I feel like it's not only that. It's the only way we can allow ourselves to grow, too. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
We have to be able to be in those tough situations to grow.
Yeah.
Something better, too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You gotta want it.
Yes.
Thank
you for that comment.
Absolutely.
I forgot there was something I saw about growth. Sometimes it takes you to be in those toxic situations in order to grow. Or to be in any of those, I forgot exactly what it said. But it was something along those lines of sometimes, like I was telling my sister about a relationship, about learning through this relationship. When you go into something you know is not going to be good for you, but it's like something still inside you wants to be a part of it, or what is that little piece of you that still hasn't grown yet, that you still seeking this relationship. So I kind of went through it, and knowing that God wanted me to go through this so I can learn at the end of the day what it was that I had to heal from or be able to grow and just break away from this person. And I eventually did that, and I felt so much better that I went through that, and I feel like a part of me has grown up, So my next relationship will be so different.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I saw an IG quote, and it said, don't let people make you feel bad for evolving and for no longer being available. Because people will make you feel bad, because you're not available, you're not picking up the phone, or you're trying to change, you're trying to grow. So don't allow people, to make you feel bad for wanting to evolve. You're growing, and you're investing in your growth. So we got things to do. We don't got time to be, worrying about negativity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We got to keep it moving, keep it pushing. We got things to do.
Live, laugh, and love.
Don't feel bad.
Thank you, Keisha. And Laquita says, an arrow can only get shot forward only after being pulled back first. Exactly. I love that. Sometimes you gotta go back before you go forward, so you'll know when you go forward what to look for.
Exactly.
That's a good one. That was deep. I like that.
What's up, Nate? Nate Lopez just joined us. We're talking about detoxing from negativity. And I think it's very important with us going into the new year. Let this be the year
Thank you.
that we let go of just negativity.
Exactly.
From wherever, you know what I mean? Let's not entertain negative phone conversations anymore. Let's not entertain negativity on social media. I feel like there's a lot going on in this world, and there's a lot of negativity going on that we just have to remain strong and positive and focused, because looking at the way the world is going, looking at life right now, sometimes, whatever you're going through in your life, sometimes it just makes you feel defeated
Yes.
and hopeless, and you don't want to even dream anymore. You don't want to go after it. You don't want to have this life that you once wanted to have anymore. You just feel hopeless. So don't feel that way. Don't feel defeated. This is your chance to try it again, to go after those dreams again. This is the year to connect with positive people, like-minded friends, even if it's just one, even if it's just you by yourself for right now. Be your best friend. Be your best motivation. Because guess what? If you don't do it, it's not going to get done.
Exactly.
If you don't take charge of your life, no one else is going to take charge of your own life. So do what you got to do, and get rid of negativity, and just stay focused, man. Stay in your word. Be prayerful. Just try to see positivity in everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lesson to be learned in everything, even in relationships.
There's always a lesson.
Even in
I
your
think we're
friendships.
always teaching each other.
Absolutely.
Even in the most toxic relationships, you know, one person has a gift of something, and you have a gift of something that they may have needed
Right.
in that time. And you just exchange.
Absolutely.
And you push each other further along on
Yeah.
your paths.
Right.
So it's not all bad, to be around these things. It's all lessons and,
Right.
and everything
It's okay
that we
to
go through.
and it's okay to smile at people.
You can smile. You better smile.
It's okay
Show
to
them teeth.
right. It's okay to want to see someone else's dream happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, support.
Support each other. Like this is why we're doing this live. Not that we've arrived or that we're this life coach or something.
Yes.
But we took the initiative to want to create a different space. You know what I mean? And this is why we're doing it. No one's making us do this, but just like we're empowering each other, we want to empower you guys, and we hope that you guys will empower someone else. You know what I mean? So that's what we want to do, because I feel like you see all kind of craziness on social media. All we want to do is like speak life into you. If we could inspire you guys, like we were inspired to go after our dreams again, after feeling defeated, after being talked about, after being told that we weren't going to make it, that we, just sometimes life can be negative. You know what I mean? Losing loved ones. You know what I mean? But it's okay to get back up again.
Get back up again.
and go after those things that you want in life. So, I hope you guys are encouraged.
Definitely. I love that message. It's like, don't give up.
Don't give up.
And Laquita says sometimes we have to endure the chaos so that we can appreciate what is destined to come. Wow.
Absolutely. I like that.
Just do it. I like that.
Right,
motto.
that's what they just said.
I love that.
That should be
Laquita.
next year's motto.
Appreciate what is
Just
destined
do
to
it.
come. Just do it.
Yeah, I like that. You
Don't
guys are
give up
awesome.
on yourself. Do not give up on yourself.
Right.
It's so easy to give up on yourself. When you see other people in their life and their careers, and you see how far they got, and sometimes it may look like it's like a long road, and you're
Right.
like, well, look where I'm at. Look where I'm starting. I don't have all that.
Right.
I don't have it. I don't have enough. You know, I don't have enough money.
Yep.
I don't look a
say
certain
it.
way. I don't feel like I could do that. I'm not bold, and I'm not in the right environment. So we kind of say all these things to defeat ourselves before we even put our foot forward to even step forward into it.
Right.
So just don't give up. You can
Don't
do
give
whatever
up.
it is that you want to do.
Right.
You take baby steps and you keep on going. You better not quit.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Exactly.
Don't give up.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
Get your vision boards together. Get some prayers together. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Pray.
Get excited.
Exactly. Get excited.
This is your life. Like, you are the creator. You can do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
Create.
Exactly.
God gave you those visions for a reason.
The
because
ability to create.
Yes, the ability to create.
Yes.
So start creating. This is the time to do that with all your imperfections. Yes.
Yes.
You are you. You are beautiful.
Can't nobody be you.
Nobody can be
That's
you.
your superpower.
That is your superpower. Oh my God.
That is your superpower. You. No one is you. No one have your story.
Nobody has your story. That's your story.
Right.
That's why you go through all these trials and
Right.
tribulations, because that's your testimony. That's what we have. That's our purpose. That leads us to our purpose.
Absolutely.
We got to give back
Yeah.
and realize that you are special and you are made for something. And we all have something
Yeah.
to offer the world.
Right. I felt like you was about to cry, no?
Was I about to cry?
Maybe.
I feel really, really, really passionate. You guys know when I get passionate, my heart start racing and I just start going.
Legs start shaking and stuff.
Yep. What's poppin', Bob? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. We want you guys to go into the new year so excited, so pumped, so amped. Like, if no one else believes in you, we believe in you.
Yes.
Don't worry about, trying to please people. Stay focused. And do what you got to do. Do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Sometimes that could be a challenge. Sometimes we don't even know what makes us happy.
Exactly.
Because
we're so stuck in fear all the time.
Right.
And negativity. Yeah. Until you start to live and allow yourself to live and feel good. You deserve that.
Exactly.
Like, you deserve to feel good. You deserve to do things that make you happy. Yeah. You deserve for someone to love you.
Right.
You are worthy of that. Right. You are worthy of love, appreciation, all of that. Because you are worth it.
Right.
You got to know that for yourself.
Yeah. And God didn't put us here to be stressed out, to be drained, to live a life full of negativity. Like, God didn't put us here for that. You know what I mean? So live your best life. God created, all these beautiful places, all over the world for us to enjoy it, and people, you know what I mean? Travel more, like, plan. If you can't do it now, plan it for next year. You know what I mean? But at least start planning and, like, saying what you want to do and what you want out of life. And start there. You guys are great. Oh, thank you, Keisha.
Thank you. You said you're crying. I hope it's tears of joy.
Who's crying?
I hope you're getting excited.
Word.
Like, you have this whole, like, even starting, like, right now. You can start right now. Just start dreaming, envisioning what you want your life to be like, who you want to become. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you have that power to do that. Like, God gave you that power to create whatever it is that you want to create. Be whoever you want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You want to travel the world, start putting on your board where you want to go.
Right.
Open up that bank account, start saving a few bucks here and there every day.
Exactly. Maybe you can't go out all the time.
Exactly. You want to lose weight or get that toned body for 2018 to go to the beach and just, be in Hawaii.
Thanks, Nate.
You tone up. Start eating healthy, little by little. It's not going to happen just like that, but if you keep working towards it every day, do one little thing, I guarantee you that you will make it.
Nate said, because God won't give up on you, He's able. He's singing that song.
Yes.
That is so true.
You are worth it. You're worth so much.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much, Nate.
Yeah, Nate is awesome. And I believe in you as well, bro. So where do we go from here?
I don't know, my heart's pounding. Like,
right.
I'm just feeling like, I just want to just shake everybody and be like, yes, let's do this.
You can do it. Seriously.
Like, you can. I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel my excitement?
Exactly.
Are y'all getting excited for your life? Like, you guys are the creators.
Take this energy.
Take this energy. You feel this energy. Because I believe in you.
Yeah.
This is how much I believe in you guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting so amped.
Me too. I'm excited. So excited.
Exactly.
Because this is the year.
This is the year. That's why I did do a post about the year of the breakthrough. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be the year of many breakthroughs because you guys have been dreaming. You've been defeating yourselves all this year. You've been thinking like, I have this idea I want to do, but I don't feel good about it. I don't feel like I'm good enough to do it. You've been talking to yourself so negatively that you even talked yourself out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now I feel like 2018, you better start talking to yourself and saying, like, I can do this. I will achieve this. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not going to happen overnight. Like I said, it's going to take time.
Yes.
It's going to take action. Just consistency. Just keep going. Even if you miss a few days at the gym, get back in the gym the next day. Yep. Or if you're home, start doing some home workouts.
Absolutely.
There's different ways of doing it. Just don't give up on yourself.
Yeah.
Laquita says set short-term goals.
Yeah, that's good.
That are achievable. Each one will feel like a huge success, and it becomes addictive after a while.
Exactly,
because you build confidence.
That's what I'm saying.
You build your confidence
Once
up
I started
slowly.
checking things off my vision board, I'm like, I'm dreaming even bigger next year.
She says each one should lead to achieving your long-term goals, which
Absolutely.
is so true.
I believe
How
that.
do you move forward from procrastinating? Well, procrastination is a killer.
Right.
At times, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But like she said, you make short-term goals,
Yeah.
and you take a little baby step, towards those goals, and you achieve those, you'll gain confidence and you'll build up momentum because you want the momentum to keep building.
Figure out whatever your goal is, you know, whatever your dream is, you know what I mean? If it's to go back to school, the first step might be applying for school. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or
visiting the schools.
Visiting the schools or looking up schools, you know? So you start there.
Yeah, just start somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Educate yourself.
Educate yourself.
Read.
One task at a time.
One task at a time. This is the year to make things happen.
You just got to take action.
Absolutely.
That's just a habit, you know, we have sometimes of procrastinating and just getting into that zone of like, oh, you know, I'll wait the last minute. But now you're going to have to start to really train yourself to not do that anymore.
Yeah.
Make a goal, set a time, set a plan, say I'm going to do this at this time. Get yourself ready and start to do it. That's the only way it's going to happen. Nobody is going to put anything in your hand, in your lap.
That's right.
You're going to have to work for it. So if you really want it, you're going to have to take the initiative and make the decision to do that.
That's what I was going to say. It's all about how bad you want it.
How bad do you want it?
Yeah.
You gotta want it bad enough. They always have this question of like, if you look at your life, how it is right now, or how it was in the past, or whatever, and the life that you do want, like which one would you choose?
Right.
Like, would you just settle for whatever it is that's going on right now that you're not happy with, or are you gonna choose to go towards a life that you really desire?
Right.
So I always think of that when I feel like I want to give up, or I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do this. You just got to think, like, you got to keep going forward.
Yeah.
There's no going back.
It's like, do you really want to go over the same circle? You know what I mean? And do you really want your 2018 to look like 2017?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, or do you want to, do you want to grow? Do you want to dream bigger? Do you want to do more? You know what I mean? So let that be your motivation. You know what I mean? Let that be your motivation. You know, because I know I don't want to keep going around the same circle over and over.
That gets tiring. Before you know, be 8 years old, looking like, what did I do with my life?
Right.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys.
Gosh.
I love you too. Thank you. So, you guys have any more comments? Anything you want to reflect on? Are you guys excited? Like, can you guys tell me some of your goals for 2018? Like, what is one major thing that you want to conquer?
Let's share some goals real quick.
Yeah, share it with us.
Somebody. Don't be afraid. You know, I wish you wasn't my friend.
Oh. Well, they can see it on the
Right.
Come on, what are some of you guys' goals? Like, what do you want to achieve in 2018?
Right. Should we start with ours?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ah, look at you. A goal. Definitely want to travel more. I have some business ideas that I want to make happen. And I think that's all I'm going to say for right now. Oh, and be more fit and more healthy. And just be super disciplined. You know, spiritually, physically, mentally. Spiritually, all that. Yeah.
My goal is to, you know, be more healthy. Eat better.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Be more toned. You know, yeah, just like Shonda says, be the best version of myself.
Absolutely.
You just want to be that, create that person that you always imagined yourself to be.
Right.
And that's who I want to be next year. And right now,
that
I'm
person.
living that person right now. And I just want to keep on growing her and nurturing her and loving her and believing in her.
Yeah. Be my full potential.
Exactly. Laquita says, saving money for my move south. Or are you going to be moving down south?
That's what's up.
Let's cheer Quita on. She can do it. You can do it.
That's another one.
Keisha says, go to 3 different parts of the world. Ooh.
That's dope.
And learn sign language. That's excellent. I want to learn sign language too.
Max just tuned in for a second or two. I'm not sure if he's still on, but what's up, Max?
I want to learn how to speak Japanese too.
Volunteer more. Word. Life is about serving.
Serving others.
How you treat yourself and how you treat others is key.
Yes.
That's true success right there. Absolutely.
I love that, guys.
Yeah.
So we're just going to recap what we went over about how to get rid of toxic things in your life. Toxicity is like such a tongue twister to that. So the first thing we said was know your worth.
Yes.
Know that you're worthy. Yeah, service. Know that you're worthy. And number 2 was identify what's toxic in your life. Like identifying all of the toxicity, whether it's on TV, if friends, family, relationships, negative thinking. Identify it. And number 3 was to let it go.
Word.
Let everything go that you identified as toxic in your life. And it's hard to let go, but that's part of growing.
Yeah.
You will really know yourself when you are tested in those moments.
Absolutely.
And you'll learn more about your strength and what you can overcome.
Yeah.
And you guys overcame so much because look at where you are right now.
Absolutely. You're still here.
You're here.
You're here.
And we have 27 seconds left on IG.
Right. Don't feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty and bring more positivity in your life.
Nate says a closer walk with the Lord, most definitely.
Yeah. And thank you guys for tuning in on IG.
Yes.
Really appreciate that. And I hope you got something from this message. And we'll be back next week with a new topic.
Word.
All right. See you
Pray
guys.
for us. We love you guys.
We love you. And hi, our Facebook friends. You guys are still there. We thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight.
Go Facebook.
You guys share this. Share this with your friends, your family. And I hope you guys think about some of the goals that you want to achieve in the new year, starting now. All right, so thank you and bye-bye.
Bye, guys.